Alright, folks, check this out. Bear with me 1 second, though, okay? Um, it's been quiet in my surroundings all day long. And I brought up this particular email. Hold on a second. I brought up this particular email from an older email account, okay? I mean, you can see it's from November 2019, okay? Now, what I more than likely did in this email, well, I guess I had to because, well, hold on a second. Yeah, November 2011. This is a WAV file from Michigan. So what I probably did was I downloaded it into this particular email when I had the ability to do so, because right now gang stalking is basically sabotaging everything I attempt to do. In fact, they might even sabotage this. But check this out. It's been quiet in this entire environment on this property all day long. I got a Best Buy ticket recorder over here. You can see the red light in the record mode. That shows it's been quiet all fucking day. But the second I go to do this fucking landscape shit starts. Alright? So, what I want to do here is I'm going to show you something here real fast. Okay? I'm going to click on this, and this WAV file, you can't expect, no one could expect me to remember how a Michigan WAV file got into a email file, because I was already in San Diego by November 2011. So the only way that I could get it in there was I probably downloaded it to my phone and then re-uploaded it to an updated email back in 2011. And I'm pretty sure this record WAV file has a Michigan Smart Bus employee talking. So that's one way to prove. Okay, because this account is not letting me go back into the Michigan emails. Michigan sent emails or inbox emails. It stops at around, I think, October 2011. So I'm going to play this for a couple minutes. Let's see if it won't play. But see, if you knew what I've experienced on hundreds and hundreds of dates, when I go to make a fucking video, okay, and this has occurred at hundreds of wooded areas. Gang stalker made me homeless. This identical shit has occurred at hundreds of wooded areas. It'd be quiet all fucking day long, and then the second I go to make a video, all these noises start getting propped up. Okay, so I'll tell you what I'm gonna have to do, because there's a secondary reason why these noises are being propped up. So I'm gonna have to press this play button so I can listen to an audio file to block their stuff out. Trust me, I got a reason for doing this. You know, I know you don't understand it right now, but trust me, I do. Okay, so, you know, it's going to be a little bit more stressful for me to make this video, okay? I'll turn it off at times. Well, let's just see how this works out. Hold on. Okay, because you can see that this has got an earbud extension in it, right? Alright? Well, the earbuds are in me. Look, the earbuds are in me. They're in my ears. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can see this all right. The earbuds are in my ears. And I've been listening to my audio files all freaking day long. And that blocks out their sick shit. And the second I stopped fucking listening to it, I shit you not, which was the same time that I rediscovered this, their fucking noise started instantly. Now, this has happened at hundreds of wooded areas, identically, where it'd be quiet all fucking day long. And then the second I stop listening to an audio file, boom! Okay, massive noise starts getting propped up. Now, in the past few months, there's an extreme likelihood I've discovered the main reason why this is occurring, but I'm not going to discuss that in this particular video. And I know this probably sounds a little bit strange to the uneducated mind, but just trust me, folks, when I start making some updated exposure videos dedicated to my lawyer video series videos, you'll understand. So let's play this for a minute.
This set of recordings being made on March 1st, 2011. The time right now is about 11:45 p.m. It is in relation to Smart Transportation in Dearborn, Michigan. Actually, Smart is actually a multi-district public transportation company, Smart Buses. It is in reference to things that I have noticed that have occurred between gang stalkers and smart bus drivers in the past. It is in reference to what I experienced on...
Okay, let me stop it and let me start it over because, well, I don't even have to start it over. Look, the record file itself, okay, has a date on it. 2/2/2011. Okay? Alright? Now, I don't know why I said March, January, February, March. Okay? But it's got a record date on it. Okay? And by the way, this record WAV file, if memory serves me correctly, I believe it came from one of my older MP3 players that I still have in my possession to this date. Okay? Absolutely. And then it had a USB connector on it, and it was one of the ways that I was able to make these WAV files. Now, one thing about it could be because actually the MP3 player had the wrong date on it. Okay, because if memory serves me correctly, I had problems programming the date on that thing, and I don't need to go into all that. But trust me, folks, this is from a Michigan WAV file. And even the MP3 player shows that it's from 2020. And I still got that MP3 player, so this more than likely through a audio forensic specialist and or electrical engineer, that can easily be proved. Absolutely. So just continue to listen.
The Beer Building, which is a smart transit center, where you go to purchase bus passes, is at. And it is in relation to what occurred on February 28, 2011, at the on the bus route from the bus that I caught at 9:26 p.m. that picked me up at the corner of Michigan Outer Drive. This bus route was the same bus. The bus driver on this bus route was the same bus driver that picked me up at the Henry Ford Medical Center. I left the U of M Dearborn and went to that bus stop to go to Kroger's. Always in the past, I have mentioned on my audio files concerning what could have happened on a bus route, because I'm gang stalked on a bus route every time I'm on the bus by gang stalkers who engage in direct conversation tactics and sensitized visual cues. And so since I don't know from day to day what a gang stalking crew is going to do or what they're directed to do, I make audio files concerning that I'm going to a bus stop and that something may occur either at the bus stop or on the bus route or on the bus or at the bus stop to come back home or on the bus route on the way home. And since I had witnessed 100% in my face gang stalking tactics of direct conversations by physical gang stalkers who were literally talking to bus drivers who in turn within that conversation they were having with the physical gang stalkers raised their conversation with sensitive information that can only be known by me, and it was directly to let me know that even bus drivers can be solicited to engage in gang stalking tactics. And
now, trust me, folks, this is a common complaint. I have seen numerous blog entries, tweets on Twitters, YouTube exposures of other gang stalking victims openly stating, not only in America, but even in the United Kingdom, openly stating that bus drivers are being used for gang stalking crimes. Absolutely. Now, as far as like, because one thing gang stalking crimes will do is they'll use one person, and then that one person will walk up to another one, and they'll start a fake conversation. And then within the conversation, and they'll try and make it appear that the conversation is natural, because you got to remember, when you're on a bus, there's other people on the bus too. So if they did anything out of the ordinary, it would look obvious. So what they'll do is they'll create a fake conversation. And then within the conversation, they'll put dialogue within it that only the victim can know about something the victim said, did, or they're claiming the victim said or did in private. Now, this is called mimicking, and you can research that to the direct conversation method of gang stalking. Okay? Now, I'm going to play this for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to show you some PDF files. So just bear with me. It's a clever way to get and sustain your attention. It's a way to psychologically disorientate you. It's a way to make you feel mobbed, because everywhere you go, these sick, vile animals will use everybody, concerning what's reported, will use anybody and everybody to participate in applied gang stalking techniques. And so when the brain is being constantly forced to process techniques of a whole program, the whole program of gang stalking, which is nothing but crime, then the entire experience of a gang stalking victim, at least when they go out and about in the community, can be nothing but perceptually noticing what gang stalking does. And then that just makes the brain constantly process it. Well, they try to force the brain to constantly process it because the victim is constantly forced to notice it. So just extensively research the sensitization method, the direct conversation method of gang stalking, and so on. Oh, absolutely. Okay, and mimicking and using second and third parties to repeat things that you said or did in your, like on a phone call, or something you did at home, or even something that they're claiming you're doing at home. Like, check this out. Not even 2 days ago, and I haven't got a tweet reply yet from this account, so it could be, I could go into making statements about why that might be possible, but I'm not going to in this particular video, okay? But I just saw a tweet on Twitter, in fact, it was yesterday morning, where a guy, I don't think he's in America, because this crime is, it's almost worldwide, it's bigger than NATO. All apps concerning the program itself and who's involved and the cooperating partners and much more. Oh, absolutely. Trust me, you'll discover this through in-depth research. But the point being is that I saw a tweet on Twitter. You know what I'll do if I remember to, after I play a little bit more of this WAV file and then show you a PDF file, I'll go in and see if it's saved on internal memory, because I took the microcard out of this phone that was in it yesterday. I took it out last night. Hold on a second. I took it out last night, so it might have actually got saved on the microcard. Bear with me a second. Let me play this while I'm doing something.
It's done to form the association in my mind that no matter where I go, I'm going to be harassed, and I'm going to be harassed by everybody that they can solicit and coerce to engage in these kind of campaigns along all my routes. That's why they keep using Kroger employees and Kroger managers. I caught a Kroger manager last night. I was looking at a paper while I was waiting for the time for me to go to the bus stop. I was reading a short Free Press paper, and a lady from the pharmacy came in, went to go hand in her cash till to the customer service desk, and she looked up at me, but she was actually looking at the Kroger manager, who was standing right behind me, hand signaling her, and I caught it because I turned around, and as a result of me catching it, she took her hand out of the air and went back and put it next to her side, and then the person that was handing in their cashier's till from the pharmacy laughed. And so they know that they know it's all over my audio files concerning how I'm harassed at Kroger's. I even have an audio file showing that I was being harassed by a girl named Alicia concerning something I was doing. They look to pick on you and harass you about anything and everything that they can, either something that you're doing, something that they accuse you of doing, or what have you. And this can be understood by going to www.gangstalkandroll.com and looking at how a community notification is sent out about the target that's going to be harassed or is being harassed. And
now, www.gangstalkandroll.com is no longer a website that's functional. As far as the last time I went on it, there was nothing on it. I think I got like an error, 404 error code. But just again, research what I've already stated that you should, like physical gestures and the sensitization method, and, so I'll play this again for another minute or two, and then I'm going to show you something.
They used anybody and everybody that they can along the target's routes to harass you. This includes store managers, store employees, business owners, landlords, library staff, teachers, bank tellers, janitors, security guards, anybody that the target comes in contact with, or anybody that works for a company that the target visits, is used to harass the target, to let the target know that they are being harassed and stalked. But basically what is nothing but stalking you is that the individuals who are hosting this campaign are telling people along your routes to harass you with things that you're already sensitized to, and that's where the association comes in. Is formed in the target's mind. It's the sensitization campaign that is stalking you. By the people who are stalking you find out where you go. They tell the people that are along your routes that work at these places where you go to engage in the same exact sensitization campaign because it's already formed in your mind. And so listen to this audio file. It is in direct relation to smart bus drivers creating incidences now to look to make it appear that they have a reason to throw me off the bus. Listen to everything that is on this audio file. They know that I left U of M, and they used the same exact bus driver to do what she did, that picked me up from the bus stop that I went to from U of M. And they know that over at U of M that I've been looking up lawyers to contact. They see me through the gang stopping tactic of cyber surveillance and cyber monitoring. They're able to ascertain who I'm looking up, who I'm going to contact, who I already have contacted, and they know that it takes me. They know that it will take they know that I have to be able to get to these lawyers. And the way that I do that would be through smart transportation. So they might be trying to look for a reason to make it outwardly appear that they have a reason to ban me from now getting on smart transportation, which I use.
Now, if you don't think that something like this is not possible, consider this. I got massive audio evidence, because remember, this is a 2011 email. I'll re-show you can see that right there, okay? Made within a few months of me coming to San Diego from Michigan in August of 2011. But the WAV file is from Michigan, and you're going to hear some bus drivers here in a few minutes, right? Now, when you go back and you listen to what I have already stated from the WAV file from 0.00 up to this time frame, okay? And then once you start seeing my evidence videos that I'm going to be making pretty soon, you're going to absolutely agree that this WAV file you're listening to, and I'm not going to play the whole thing because I ain't got time today, is the absolute truth. Because check this out. In March and April of 2011, I was at U of M, and that's where I was doing my computer searches for lawyers. U of M, Dearborn, Michigan. And then I'd leave there and go to the bus stop that was in between Fairlane Mall and U of M, Dearborn, Michigan. And Henry Ford Health Systems was right on the other side of the street, this lane street that went in, going from Evergreen Road into Fairlane Mall, and the bus stop was right there. Okay, and so I'd wait at that bus stop in order to take that bus to go to Kroger's. Okay, right now, so I was looking up lawyers at U of M, and then in it was either in November of 2010 and or December of 2010 and or January or February 2011, I found this huge class action lawsuit on the internet at U of M library, where I was being gang stalked like you would not believe. Okay? And the class action lawsuit had to do with the lawsuit related to hundreds of parents suing Oakwood Hospital, which is now bought up by, I think, Grossmont maybe or something. You can Google it. Oakwood Hospital, Beaumont, I think, bought them out in 2016. I just discovered that here in the last few months. Anyways, hundreds of parents got together and hired the Benner & Benner law firm on behalf of all their children being criminally, intentionally, falsely diagnosed with epilepsy, and the doctor was putting implants in their brains. Well, Oakwood Hospital is where a bunch of the affiliated assholes that had infiltrated my life in Michigan, in Dearborn, and Redford, Michigan, coerced me into going to when I felt like I couldn't take the gang stalking anymore. Call 911 and say you're this and say you're that, and you'll get all kinds of help, and that was nothing but bullshit. Okay? Oh, absolutely. It's a long story, folks, and I know this sounds kind of crazy, but just trust me. Listen, hear me out. All right, now, hold on one second. I'm going to show you where I'm at. Trust me, this matters. So, do you see where I'm at right now? These are landmarks. There's a tree right there, that big tree you see right there. Well, right on the side of it that you can't see, that would be facing that way, has got a big white stripe that goes down it. Okay? Then this area over here, this one right here. And then you got that yellow cable sign right there. There's my bike. There's a sewer, one of those sewer things that, county workers can go into concerning water. This is the 121st New Age year. Now, I'm not going to make a statement in this video concerning why I'm making that type of statement. And it's possible, because I got to say things carefully. Just trust me, folks. And it's possible relevance to the human activity that you just heard here in the last few minutes. Not mine. Okay. So, I went to the Benner & Benner law firm after I discovered this class action lawsuit online at U of M, Dearborn, Michigan. And I went there twice. Benner & Benner was in Farmington Hills, Michigan, and I had to take smart buses to get there. So I went there. It didn't work out. Well, at the time, though, I didn't know it was going to work out because I was expecting them to contact me back, but they never did, or their contact got intercepted by the psychos. You can Google that to gang stalking concerning how they'll intercept email replies, fake email replies, and much more. So, remember, serves me correctly, I was waiting for a reply, okay? And, so, not even 3 weeks later, they started staging massive events at U of M. It got so bad I had to call the Dearborn police on U of M campus safety. And then less than a week later, they came to my wooded area directly across the street from U of M. The crime and gang stalking made me homeless from at least 5 apartments in Michigan and 1 in Tennessee. Absolutely. Right? So what did this audio file already state? Through cyber surveillance, okay, they see what you're doing, and when they don't like what you're doing, they start setting you up. Now, I got other emails, okay, that show me state every time I reach out to newspapers, ACLU, when I got apartments, I end up getting evicted from the apartment within less than a month or two. Okay? I also got audio evidence since being in San Diego and from Michigan showing library staff, Kroger's owns Ralph's grocery stores out here. I got audio files showing Ralph's employees directly involved in open gang stalking. Think about what I'm saying, folks. I got evidence of library staff and patrons in at least 3 libraries out here directly, openly, verbally involved in identical verbal gang stalking harassment. And what did I say so far on this WAV file? That what does gang stalking do? It repeats the same exact identical behaviors. Just different behaviors, but each different behavior is identically repeated along your routes. Verbal harassment, sound harassment, physical gestures, mimicking, and a bunch of other dumb demonic shit. Okay? Alright? So continue to listen.
To go to the grocery store, to libraries, and to lawyers' offices. So this might be their way of trying to contain and limit my transportation abilities in order to be able to feed myself, to get to back and forth to libraries, to use the internet, to blog about what's going on. So the next, as a result of me seeing that this might be one of the main motives of what they're trying to do, is to eventually, in the near future, try and ban me from U of M, because then I would have to walk to a library that's a lot further away from where I'm staying at. Okay? And that's what they try to do. They try to mentally and physically and emotionally wear you out. That's why they stole my bike in November. Okay? That's why they caused a vehicle accident of my car in 2003 through a staged vehicle accident, which can be found as a gang stalking tactic by typing in at Google about how they literally create vehicle accidents of their targets in order to take away that asset of their target. This is all about containment. And they get the containment through mentally, emotionally, and physically and financially draining you of everything that you've got that keeps you independent from that containment. And they also want to make sure that they're not exposed for the crimes that they have done. And how do you expose or bring legal action against gang stalking places you've been gang stalked at and where things have illegally been perpetrated against you at? Through a lawyer. And they know that I'm contacting lawyers. So listen to everything on this audio file.
Listen.
This audio file is being made in relation to the incidences now that they're trying to provoke through bus drivers, Right now, as of today's date, I've had about 6 bus drivers be openly and extremely rude to me over things that they create. Last night, I caught a bus from U of M. I left U of M, and I went and stood at the bus stop at right directly across the street from the Henry Ford Medical Center, Fairlane. And I was waiting for the 200 bus to go west so I could go to Kroger's. When I got on that bus, I paid 50 cents with my Medicare card, which I showed to the bus driver and asked for a transfer once I paid my fare. I had no reason to look at the transfer that she gave me because never has this occurred before. What she ended up giving me was some type of bullshit change card. It had no value on it or nothing. It wasn't even a transfer. It just said change card on it with nothing on it. I didn't notice it though because when you take a transfer out of the box that it pops up out of, the back of it's facing towards you. I picked it up and I put it in my pocket. I went and sat down. Went to Kroger's, did my grocery shopping. I got back on the bus when I left Kroger's, and it was the 9:26 p.m. bus. This occurred on February 28, 2011. The bus that I went to go get back on to come back home was the 9:26 a.m. bus that was supposed to appear at Michigan Auto Drive in Dearborn, Michigan. When I got on the bus, I put that transfer in, which wasn't a transfer, it was actually a change card. When I heard the machine say zero balance, I looked at it and I said, well, this isn't the transfer you gave me, and I know that you were the bus driver who picked me up to come out here. She said, yes, I am the bus driver that picked you up to come out here, but you don't have a transfer, you have a change card. I wasn't able to deliberate at it. I realized that she had given me this change card. Once she said it wasn't a transfer, it was a change card. But I didn't get to mention to her at that time, why did you give me a change card when I put in 50 cents? Because she had already interrupted my conversation and said, I don't know what your problem is, but you're holding at the line. So she basically said that to distract my attention from what I just realized. So I had already known that they had already used smart bus drivers to harass me before in the past, which at that time I had never outwardly mentioned that I was aware of it or never made any comments to them about it. I just went about my day and completely acted like it was just ignored. So what we have to understand here is that they might be trying to ban me from smart transportation. I don't know about that yet. See, what we have to understand here is that a community notification is sent out in the community about a target. And it's a bullshit law because it's being used against innocent people, and that's all over the internet. I have never at one time outwardly spoke towards any smart bus drivers concerning anything that they have done or said. And this includes in the past them using conversations with actual physical gang stalkers that they have with each other, the bus driver and the physical gang stalker. And then within those conversations, they have both mentioned sensitive information that I could only know, which is a direct conversation tactic of gang stalking that can be found on www.gangstalkerworld.com. Another notation I want to make here before I continue with the explanation of what happened last night in the smart bus. There's been times, there was one time when I was literally physically robbed of my cash by gang stalkers here in Dearborn, Michigan. It happened across the street from U of M. As a result, I only had my American Express gift card left. As a result of that, I had to go, this was right after I got paid. They knew I just had just gotten paid, that's why they robbed me. As a result of this, I was only left with my American Express gift cards to purchase things. When I went down to go buy a bus card from Smart in the Buell building downtown at their Smart headquarters, I was told at that time they do not take American Express cards in order to be able to pay for a bus pass, even though they had an American Express sticker right on the window. I didn't think about doing it at the time, buying a small video camera, because for one, all the video cameras that I was looking for, when I did look for video cameras like at Walmart and stuff, were well over $200. will include SMART. By now, they have literally got contacted SMART through the community notification that I am making commentary about what I experienced on SMART bus. Because when you think about it, if you're assaulted, like say if you're just even walking down the street and you slip on some ice on the sidewalk, you can sue the city. So if I say that I'm being stalked and harassed and I complain about it over at Henry Community College, and they don't do nothing about it and the stalking and harassment continues, and I'm actually a victim of a crime because of it, then they can be sued because the stalking happened on their campus and they did nothing to stop it.
So, now, this is from 2011 Michigan, February 2011 Michigan, and notate that how it's record file 148. I still got the MP3 player, so as long as I can bring that MP3 player up, you know what? I haven't even, to be thoroughly honest, I haven't even plugged that MP3 player. I think I plugged it in maybe once or twice to try and see if I could upload some audios from it. Ones that, just to see if, I could do it, and it was a little bit too problematic, so I just wrapped it back up and put it back away, and I still got it. Okay, and that particular MP3 file, when you bring the MP3 player up, it shows the audio files on it are like REC 141, REC 142, REC 148. That's just the way it is. Okay, and so this audio file should still be on it. Now, let me show you something here real fast. You heard me talk about bus drivers, universities, libraries, right? From that WAV file. Now, as long as the phone that I've been playing that WAV file from that email file doesn't get continually jammed up here, I'm going to try and bring something up to show you something. If you can just bear with me a second, folks. Let's see if I can bring it up through Google. You just would not believe what I endure on a daily basis from these sick, psychotic rats. You just wouldn't believe it. These people are demented. I had to turn the Bluetooth speaker off. That's what that sound just was. Hold on. Okay. Now, I gotta turn the Bluetooth speaker back on, so hold on one more second.
Bluetooth mode. Bluetooth connected.
Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to bring this up right here. It's a YouTube. Okay, it's a YouTube playlist. One of many. So let's see if it won't come up. Now that right there is the title of the YouTube playlist. And these are all San Diego videos. All of them are. And the very first video in this playlist is this one right here. Okay.
Purpose of this video is an evidence video.
Okay. So bring up this video right here from the playlist or by itself. And what you want to do is listen carefully once I start playing the audio from a tape recorder in it. MTS is San Diego's bus services. Now hold on a second. So this video right here literally shows me playing an audio from what was captured on an MTS bus. I got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of audio files showing the same thing happened on an MTS bus over the years since 2011 out here in San Diego. That is concerning the type of evidence, the audio evidence that's played in this one. Hundreds of them. Okay? So that one has to do with me being gang stalked on San Diego MTS Bus Transportation Services, 2013. So let's bring up this one right here, though. This one right here. Hold on. Okay. Bring up this video. Okay, and notice how Oh My God is part of... Notice how Oh My God right there is part of what the San Diego prosecutors and public defenders are caught repeating as they're saying gang stalk. Okay. What's been caught in this video concerning people on the road path. Okay. So let's bring this video up. Alright, now this is me being on UCSD campus in 2013. What was I talking about from the MP3 file, from the email file from 2011 from Michigan, being gang stalked at U of M campus in Dearborn, Michigan, and on Smart Transportation Services buses in Michigan. Now when you bring this video up, this is one of hundreds I got, and hundreds of audio files I got. This is UCSD. See that building right there where it says Civic Center Plaza? And then there's a big statue in front of it. At least there was right when I was going there. Now I'm going to bring this video up, and I'm going to play it. And the second I press play...
See if I hear gang stalks. See if I hear gang stalks.
Alright, hold on. See, I'm trying to zero it out so I can start at the beginning. The second I press play, you're going to hear a girl say, "Suck my DSCK." You're going to hear "Oh my God" and "gang stalk" by people walking back and forth in front of me, and you're going to see my bicycle handlebars facing the direction of the Civic Center Plaza. That's because I was just arriving. Okay? Now listen.
See if I hear gang stalks.
Now, if you watch that video thoroughly, and then all the other ones, like the San Diego prosecutors and public defenders being caught, homeless people being caught saying it, including as they're threatening me, text messages sent to me about being tortured and how I'm going to be tortured, and you wouldn't believe what's been proven since then, okay, it being caught at social services on repeated dates. And by the way, the last time I was there, they staged an event and tried to kick me out. And let's see if that happens again, if I ever got to go back, because I'm due for a review for pretty soon. This one is here, it being caught where? At Rouse. And Rouse owns Kroger, or Kroger's owns Rouse. This right here is it being caught at the second Rouse, okay, since I've been in San Diego, and it's been caught on hundreds of dates at this Rouse right here in La Jolla, off of Villa La Jolla Square Drive. Okay, I got hundreds of these audio files of this shit being caught in that Rouse. Hundreds, at least 200 of them. 200 separate audio files, 200 separate dates of gang stalk, oh my God, and suck dick being said by Rouse employees and customers. Kroger's owns Rouse. I got audio files showing MTS employees, bus drivers out here, repeating suck dick and gang stalk. You are witnessing over a decade of torture, stalking, harassment, and much more. Over a decade. Way over a decade. Because what did I say in that MP... So bring this one video up in the playlist. And this is just one playlist of at least 40 that are online. Okay? You see me playing a tape recorder in this video, and then showing a little Bluetooth speaker, showing "Oh my God, gang stalk and suck dick and weird and crazy" being said in Rouse. Kroger's owns Rouse. And this is San Diego. That MP3 file is from Michigan. So here's the title of the playlist. Okay, that's what they're repeating. Gang stalk, oh my God, and suck my DSCK. They go by my wooded areas and repeat, "Oh my God." I kid you not. Okay, so when you bring up all the different videos in here, you're going to see it being caught at UCSD, SDSU, Social Services, Arby's, Kroger, Ralph's, Bonds, me trying to show audio evidence to the police and then completely ignoring it, text messages they sent to my phone. There's one of many SDSU videos openly catching it. Okay, and then they staged an event and evicted me from SDSU. Here's one of Jack in the Box, where I had to call the police on them, and all these are out here from San Diego, after I left Michigan. Homeless people fucking walking up to me and saying, gang stalk, oh my God, or gang stalking, I'm gonna F you up. While they're saying, oh my God, and repeating, suck dick. I shit you fucking not. This is a video of MTS setting me up for assault, where I'm literally being physically assaulted on the bus, and then MTS sent me an altered video. The video's altered. Absolutely. You better believe it is. This is another video. Me reporting being gang stalked to SDPD. And them telling me that they ain't going to file a police report. I mean, folks, what more evidence do you need? And this is just one. This is the title of the playlist right here. The very first video shows me being gang stalked up the ass, verbally identically harassed by different people. One person says gang stalk, another one says, oh my God, another one says, oh my, suck my dick, or suck dick. But they're saying it back to back, but they're different people saying each word. The gang of gang stalking, in part. Okay? Absolutely. San Diego prosecutors and public defenders being caught saying it. Right? So, we're going to see if this playlist gets taken down, by the way. So let's go back to the MP3 file. Okay? I got to bring it back up, and then I'll fast forward it.
This other recording is being made on March 1st, 2011. The time right now is about 11:45 p.m. Just did my grocery shopping. I got that.
Okay. So, the reason why I say it's March at the beginning of that, now I know why I said that. Because, well, I don't know how it got on this one. That's kind of weird. Well, I don't know. You can't expect me to remember all the way back to 2011 in Michigan. I mean, I was making audio files every single day. I've made tens of thousands of them since I've been out here in San Diego. But it is related to a February event. But I don't know how. I don't know how it got. Oh, I think I figured it out right now. This WAV file was created in March. Okay, but the MP3 player itself, I had problems programming the date on it. So it just happened to work out that way, to where the incident was in February 2011. It ended up on a WAV file from February 2011, but the WAV file was actually made in March. Okay, so that's how it worked out. Okay, and it was played probably from a tape recorder and transferred over either to the MP3 file or made directly on the MP3 file. I don't remember, to be totally honest with you. I had so much demonic. You wouldn't believe what I endure out here every single fucking day. You just wouldn't believe it. Okay. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. You got to also remember, this was February 2011. So I was already sleeping in 30-degree below weather because they had made me homeless from my apartment. So I was going through extreme trauma, torture, gang stalking everywhere I went and lived, harassment, fear about being banned from grocery stores because they'll anchor that fear in your mind. They'll stage events in and around grocery stores. They've already done it out here in San Diego at Food 4 Less and 2 Ralphs. Okay? I shit you not. Because I was exposed. I had to call the police on them. And the police say, well, I came out here because Ralph's called us, not because you called us. I got a video of that. I literally got a video of that. I kid you not. So listen. So, folks, when you go into that playlist I just showed you a minute ago, and then you listen to this, okay, you're going to believe every word I'm saying. Because what's the likelihood of me saying that I'm being gang stalked on smart bus routes, I'm being gang stalked at U of M library, they're staging shit in order to ban me, okay, which is what they ended up doing at U of M, because I was exposing U of M through my blogs that they were hacking and manipulating, and my emails that they were hacking and manipulating, that I was making on U of M libraries, computers, while being gang stalked by U of M staff, students, and campus safety. I shit you not. Right to my face. Okay, so listen.
bus when I went to when I left Kroger's, and it was the 9:26 p.m. bus. This occurred on February 28, 2011. The bus that I went to go get back on to come back home was the 9:26 a.m. bus that was supposed to appear at Michigan Auto Drive in Dearborn, Michigan. When I got on the bus, I put that transfer in, which wasn't a transfer. It was actually
Okay, so I already played that part, so let me fast forward a little bit more.
found on www.gangstalkerworld.com. Another notation I want to make here before I continue with the explanation of what happened last night in the smart bus. There's been times, there was one time when I was literally physically robbed of my cash by gang stalkers here in Dearborn, Michigan. It happened across the street from U of M. As a result, I only had my American Express gift card left. As a result of that, I had to go, this was right after I got paid. They knew I just had just gotten paid, that's why they robbed me. As a result of this, I was only left with my American Express gift cards to purchase things. When I went down to go buy a bus card from Smart in the Buell building downtown at their Smart headquarters, I was told at that time they do not take American Express cards in order to be able to pay for a bus pass, even though they had an American Express sticker right on the window. I didn't think about doing it at the time, buying a small video camera, because for one, all the video cameras that I was looking for when I did look for video cameras like at Walmart and stuff were well over $200 or $150. So at that time, I did not want to make that type of investment to try and catch a gang stalker along my path harassing me, because for one, you got to prove that they're actually harassing you, and just because somebody's acting like an asshole doesn't mean they're connected to, doesn't mean that I can prove that they're actual gang stalkers. That's one of the reasons why these templates of behaviors have been done to be expedited towards a target in an overt and covert manner to make it literally just appear that somebody's being rude or what have you. But what's really going on is they're doing nothing but stalking you with the sensitization campaign to let you know that you're being harassed by an asshole, whoever's hosting these motherfuckers, to get along your route and do it. And this also includes Smart. By now, they have literally got contacted Smart through the community notification that I am making commentary about what I experienced on Smart Bus.
So, what have you heard me just say here in the last few minutes from that WAV file? Look where it's at right now in its time segment. That's where I just stopped it. What did I just say? Harassed at MTS Bus. Harassed at U of M. Okay? Them using people through the community notification to repeat the same behaviors along my route that can just be considered as overt harassment and people being rude. Well, what did I just show you from that playlist? Where they use everybody and anybody to repeat the same harassment. Okay? And I got audio files showing bus drivers out here saying gang stalk and suck dick. I kid you not. MTS bus drivers. So, I'm just going to say a few more statements and I'm going to let you go because it's starting to get late and I got stuff to do. I want you to know something about this crime, folks. Just here in the last January 2024, I contacted a personal injury lawyer with photo evidence of torture, literal photo evidence of torture, okay, which I'll disclose in the upcoming lawyer video series videos that I'm going to be making here pretty soon, all right? And that very day or the next day or the next visit, I got banned from UC Library based on a complete false stage complaint, and I haven't been able to upload that video yet because they're jamming my phone everywhere I go to make videos, except for one place. Okay? Why do they want me going all the way across town to one place? I'll be discussing that in the lawyer video series videos. Just trust me, folks. Because think about what you've seen me prove so far. Okay? Think about what you've seen me prove so far. Okay? When I started making this video at the very beginning, I hadn't proved anything yet, but you were hearing statements, right? Then I went on to prove shit. So when I say to you right now, when I make that lawyer video series video, you're going to say to yourself, okay, now I see what she was saying in this video that I haven't proven yet, okay? Because think about it. Michigan and San Diego are 3,000 miles apart. They are 3,000 miles apart. So when I tell you right now, in fact, check this out. I'm just going to go ahead and play another minute or two with this, and I'm going to try and bring up a PDF file and show you something real fast if I'm able to do it.
Think about it. If you're assaulted, like say if you're just even walking down the street and you slip on some ice on the sidewalk, you can sue
Okay, so what does gang stalking do? When I complained in Michigan to the ACLU, to WDIB, to WXYZ, they had me evicted from my home. Okay? When I complained of being gang stalked to, and some of those complaints had to do with U of M, being gang stalked at U of M. So what did I then experience? Experiencing escalating harassment at U of M and then banned. Okay? When I started making videos inside of Ralph's out here in San Diego of open gang stalking, they staged a complaint and banned me. Because you're catching it live in real time, and they can't have that, because what does that prove? It not only proves what you're enduring, but it proves where you're enduring it at, leaving them wide open for a lawsuit. Criminal harassment, premise liability. Okay? So the people that are using them are saying, well, just stage a complaint, ban her, and we'll protect you. The fucking police. And because the community notification is done through the police. In all states, research fusion centers in gang stalking, the FBI in gang stalking, and how fusion centers and the FBI are working together. That's exposing tens of thousands of posts all over the internet. So as soon as you start videotaping where you're being gang stalked at, they start escalating the harassment, trying to provoke you to act out so they can ban you. And when you don't act out, they'll just stage a false complaint. They did that out here at SDSU, UCSD, and USD. I shit you fucking not. Okay, so let me go ahead and conclude. As long as they don't, I'm surprised they even let me bring this WAV file up. Because I tried to bring up other ones here in the recent past, in the very, like here in the last 2 weeks, and they wouldn't come up. So I'm going to conclude this WAV file at 15 minutes and, at 13 minutes and 33 seconds, and I'm going to show you something here. Let's see if this won't come up. Now, I'm surprised this is coming up because these other emails that I was just discussing where I tried to bring up prior other WAV files and other email files, and I tried to bring them up and it magically wouldn't come up. Okay, a couple of those also had PDF attachments in them. Okay, so this one right here, hold on. These are notaries that I went and made in Michigan about what I was enduring. That was another thing that I was enduring. Because once you make predictions and statements about what you're enduring, and then you have it notarized, it becomes an affidavit. And they seen I was doing that. Okay? Predictions of behaviors of perpetrators. Absolutely. And I left quite a few of these in my apartment, and they came in and altered them. They wrote additional shit in them. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, there's one right there of June, July, August, September, and October 2009, and then they evicted me in, no, wait a minute, was it, let me think for a second. No, that was 2009, but I was also making predictions in 2010 how they were going to evict me from my apartment in Dearborn. I ended up making emails about that, and they ended up following through on it. Absolutely. So these are all upside down, so I guess I really can't show you much. Let me see if I can rotate them. Hold on. Yeah, I think you can rotate these. Bear with me a second. I'm not sure, though. Because I rarely use a mode reader. Let's see. Export, combine, create, save, print. So what I'll do is I'll make another video concerning this. But these are little notaries that I had. I mean, I was trying to do everything in my human, because you can see that this is a look. This is a notary public state of Michigan, County of Wayne. I think that was made in wait a minute. 2014, April 18, 2004. Oh, it expires in 2014. Now, I got evidence. This expired in 2014, but I got evidence of being gang stalked in San Diego from August 8, 2011 up until that date, 2014. So these predictions can even apply for San Diego. Absolutely. Absolutely. And everything I endured from the time, so let's see what the date of that, because most of the time I was physically writing the date on the notaries, and there's my name right there. Okay, absolutely. This is one right here that they absolutely, because I left these I made a mistake and accidentally left these behind in my apartment, okay? And they came in and wrote extra shit in it. You know, this is one of them right here. But do you notice how it says right there? Okay. What does it say? Something about, no, I'm not even going to include that one, because that had to do with shit that they were fucking also doing through a hospital, and then they came in and altered it. Abso-fucking-lutely. They were literally going as far, they were altering my emails, my blogs, my notaries, and the few dates, because there was quite a few dates when I'd wake up late and I was running behind schedule, and I'd end up leaving my file folders, like when I'd take them out at night to look through them, I'd fall asleep, next morning wake up real late, I'd throw things in my duffel bag, and a couple times I accidentally left my notaries behind. They fucking came in and literally altered them. I kid you fucking not. Research how they break into your homes. I kid you fucking not. This one right here has to do with school loans. In fact, I don't even think I should show these to you until I review them, because you might end up seeing ones that are altered, and I don't want you to think that those statements I wrote. But this is literally how bad it was. I mean, I kid you not. This is literally how bad gang stalking was in Michigan. Because they were altering my email predictions, they were altering my blog, they were altering my emails, and 99% of them were created at U of M, Dearborn, Michigan, where I was being gang stalked like you would not believe. So it got to the point where I said, fuck it, I'll start making notaries. I kid you not. Okay, well, I made some notaries when I was out here in San Diego in 2006, too. So I'll make an updated video about this. But, folks, because all you got to do is say to yourself, when you go into that MTS Gang Stalk, oh my God, suck my dick playlist, and let's see if that playlist disappears, or that account, because I've experienced shit like that too. When you bring that playlist up and you sit in a quiet room with good headphones on, okay, and you listen for people repeating suck DSCK and or suck my DSCK, while other ones are repeating oh my God before or after they say that, and or gang stalk before or after they